All right, race fans, we are done with the track prepping portion of the evening. Need a few more minutes to get the cars out, get ready for opening ceremonies, but we'll be racked and ready to go here in just a few minutes to kick off the Southern United Sprint Car Night here at Texana Raceway Park. All right, race fans, if you can, stand with us as we start celebrating opening ceremonies with God Bless the USA. All right, we'll give the cars just a quick chance to come back around on the front straightaway. Thank you guys for coming out for Southern United Sprint Car Night here at Texana Raceway Park. How many of you guys are here for the very first time? Let me see your hands. Awesome. Welcome to Texana. How many of you guys have been here every single week and love coming back? Let me see those hands. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. As we said, we're going to get ready with opening ceremonies here when the cars get back around, and we're going to get ready to turn them loose. Got a bunch of exciting racing action happening tonight, live on All Access on Speed Race on Texas, as well as here in person at the racetrack. All right, race fans, if you could join me in prayer. Lord, we are gathered here to enjoy the spirit of competition between driver and machine. Lord, we ask that you keep their senses keen, their machines be swift. Lord, we ask you for helping hand and protection over the drivers, the fans, the crew, the track operators, and the safety workers. Lord, we ask that you be with our friends in the Ukraine as they continue to battle Russia in a war that should never be fought. Lord, we ask those that are in need that you help the needs that they need. We ask all these things in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, race fans, you know what to say. We're going to need your help with those most famous words in motorsports. We're going to count down from 3. Drivers, are you ready? Fans, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Drivers, start your engines. All right, first race on tap tonight is going to be the E-Mods. 6 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 1. Up front on the pole, Braden Tomlinson. Outside, Summer Nave in the 21S, the 6-inch. Daniel Preston, the 48 is Brandon Tomlinson. 04 Cooper Calibra. Caden Valenta and a 44V rounds out your field. Here we go. And there we go, diving off into turn number 1. Preston and Tomlinson right there together as they come off of turn number 2. And through the corner, there it is, the 6-inch of Daniel Preston. There you see Tomlinson in the 33, Braden Tomlinson. The 48, that is Brandon Tomlinson. That is your top 3 as they race through to complete in the next couple of laps here in the opening heat race on VP Fuels Racing Night here at Texana Raceway Park. Here comes the battle for the lead, starting to shape up right here. Tomlinson trying to look to the inside of Preston in at 33. Preston able to hold on the lead. Well, not so fast. Here comes the 33 coming up from the bottom. Almost side by side down the straightaway. Preston up high in turn number 3. Tomlinson down low out of turn number 4. Oh, there's the lead change right there as they come to halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. Heat race number 1. Preston trying to dig on the bottom. Got a couple of them catfishing there around the tires. Preston coming back up to the top side. Not a lot of grip up there so far. Here they come, coming up on 2 more laps to go. Oh, Preston got on top of the tire. That might be just a little bit of cushion that Tomlinson needed in that 33. Now he's got to battle the other Tomlinson up to the outside of Daniel Preston. Meanwhile, white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. So Braden Tomlinson in the 33, Brandon Tomlinson in the 48. Into turn 3, which Tomlinson's going to have the better run. It's going to be Brandon, or Braden on the 33 takes the win over Brandon Tomlinson and Daniel Preston in the 6-inch. Good solid heat race here for the E-Mods. We'll be back later on tonight for a 20-lap feature event. All right, next on track is going to be the Limited Sport Mods. Up front on the pole in the 44K, that's Adam Bartels. Mark Greiner in the 93, the 03 at GW Hessong. Caleb Cellier outside in the $4X. Michael Carlock inside of row number 3 in the 76, Benjamin Maklinchek. Up on the outside of row number 3 in the 13N. 25R starting on the last row on the inside, that is Morgan Rios. And the 13B, that's Bryce Reed. 8 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 1 here for the Limited Sport Mods. Bartels and Greiner, that's your front row. We go green right here, right now. And GW Hessong making he normally likes the high side. He started on the inside of row number 2. He's checking out already. Into turn 3 underneath Greiner. And bring GW Hessong to the point in at 03. Here comes Caleb Cellier in that $4X. He's trying to split the middle between the 93 and the 44. He at least gets in front of the 44. Trouble for the 44. Got in a little hot. Almost looped it around, no harm, no foul, keeps it rolling. Misses the tire out of turn number 4. The hot spot on the racetrack, that battle there for second between Mark Greiner in the yellow number 93 and Caleb Cellier. They're in the $4X. That black car as they go side by side down the back straightaway. Side by side into turn 3 out of turn number 4. Halfway home for your leader, the 03 at GW Hessong. We stay focused on that battle there for second. Now Cellier has it. Going down the back straightaway solidly in the second spot. Does he have enough time to chase down GW Hessong in that 03? Trouble there for Rios in the 25R. Meanwhile, 2 more laps to go for GW Hessong in the 03. Hometown hero from right here in Edna, Texas. Into 3 up out of turn number 4. White flag, 1 more lap around Texana Raceway Park. Into 3 up out of turn number 4, making it look easy, picking up the heat race win, 0-3 GW Hessong. Caleb Sellier in the $4X. And making a good charge from the back, the 13B of Bryce Reed. That's your top 3 here in heat race number 1 for your limited sport modifieds. All right, up next, a brand new class here at Texana Raceway Park, the Pure Stocks. If you're looking for a way to get into the races, this is a great class for you, along with the economy modifieds. Class is growing, had 3 cars in the open tonight, got 6 cars tonight. Here's how they're going to line up. On the pole, car number 72, Dylan Jennings. There's my Dylan Jennings fan club. How y'all doing tonight? Looks like we got GW Hessong doing double duty. He's going to race car number 35, so we'll give him a minute to switch cars. Travis Slavic, that is the 19 car that just pulled on the racetrack. Mickey Helms is in car number 32. Gary Butler in car number 9, and Derek Youngblood in car number 97 right here in front of us. So we'll take a minute to let GW go from his winning sport mod to the ever-growing pure stock class. So coming up for the next order of the heats, up next after this pure stock, we've got 3 heats of the SUS sprint cars. Then we got the factory stocks and the IMCA modified heat races after that. And then we will roll right into main event action. Try to get you guys home at a decent hour. Or if you want to stay late and party in the pits, you're more than welcome to do that too. There's Mr. Jennings in the white 72. All right, here we go. Now we got everybody lined up. So recapping the order, Dylan Jennings in the 72 on the pole, GW Hessong in the 35, Travis Slavic in the black number 19, Mickey Helms in the 32, Gary Butler in car number 9, and Derek Youngblood in car number 97. That is your lineup. Once they get everybody woed up and get everybody lined up real good here. Yeah, the drivers have this little thing in their ear called a raceiver. It's a one-way communication device between the race director and the race car drivers. I got a feeling the race director just made it clear to the rest of the field to try to catch up and get their act together because they all sped up at the same time in the same direction, so. And trouble again for Jennings. Had some issues during hot laps. Looks like he may be having mechanical problems again. Gremlins are just hurting him a lot this year so far. In the first 2 races here at 2022. So they re-racked and restacked down there in turn number 1. That'll put Slavic in the 19 on the front row with the 35 at GW Hessong. Butler moves up from the last row in car number 9. 32 still is Mickey Helms. And then Youngblood in the 97, going to start shotgun on the row by himself. Unfortunate mechanical gremlins again for Tyler Jennings. They're in the white 72. Meanwhile, lights are out. We're going green in the pure stocks right here, right now. So right away, GW Hessong checking out just like he did in a sport mod. Battle shaping up there for second between Butler, Slavic, and Mickey Helms in that 32. So move Butler up a spot into second. Here comes Slavic in the 19. Mickey Helms trying to go 3 wide, and they go 3 wide down the front straightaway. 3 wide into turn 1. Good move there by Mickey Helms in that 32 to get the spot, move him back up into second spot. That 32 car went open at night with Monty Chamberlain driving it, so we'll see what kind of luck Mickey Helms has driving it this week. But we are halfway home here in the pure stocks. 4 down, 4 to go. So hot spot on the track right now is that battle there for third between Slavic and the black number 19 and Butler. Right when I talked about Butler loses that at turn number 4, pops the tire. So there goes that battle there for third. No harm, no foul. Butler keeps it rolling. So 2 more laps to go for GW Hessong. Meanwhile, Mickey Helms in that 32. He's making some hay in that second spot. He won't catch him, but he'll get closer to him. The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. And that's it, checker flag out for heat race number 1 here for your pure stocks. As we said, coming up next will be 3 heat races for the Southern United Sprint cars. All right, so I'm going to give you the lineup based upon where they're running right now. So on the pole, it's supposed to be the 7, Rod Craddock, Christopher Townsend in the black and green number 6, Tyler Harris in car number 24, James Cooper in car number 28, Steve Leggio in car number 11, Michael Oliver in the 10, the 17G, that's Isaiah Garcia, and Chris Henson in car number 35. That is your first heat race. 8 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 1 of 3. All right, so they got their warm-up laps in. Now they're going to re-rack and restack and get ready to go for the heat races. How many of you guys came here for the sprint cars? Let me hear you. All right, we love you for coming to the sprint cars. Here we go. We're going to line them up and turn them loose.
Hey, getting it blown off there, Bobby. I tell you what, the track's going to be good tonight, folks. Top side of this deal will come in due time. Right now, we're going to wear that bottom out till it starts to slick off, and they'll all move up into the moisture up high. So looking for a good track tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank y'all for all coming out. 3 heats of these guys, Bobby. They're going to be some good stuff right here.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I always love when the sprint cars come to town, Owen.
Hey, we got some big things coming to Texana Raceway Park in the month of April, so I wanted to get up here and tell you a little bit about that, Bobby, and remind you that on the 22nd, 23rd, I believe it's a Friday, Saturday, we got the Texas Truck and Tractor Pullers coming out. We're going to have truck and tractor pulls right down through the front straightaway of this place. Going to be pretty neat, I tell you what. So excited to get the truck and tractor pulls. We've been trying to get them down here for about 3 years, so that coming in. We got the ASCS Elite non-wing sprint cars coming at the end of the month on a Friday night. Here we go. Lights all out. We're going green this time by.
And here we go, green flag. Right off the bat, side-by-side battle there between Townsend in the black number 6 and Craddock in the white number 7, side-by-side down into 3 and 4, coming out of turn number 4. Here comes, oh, got one up and over. Down in turn number 3, got one upside down. Looks like that is going to be the 35 of Chris Henson. Red flag on the speedway.
That was a bad one there, Bobby. I tell you what, he went for a tumble. I don't know how many times that thing took off. Right as he started to enter the turn, the car just bit. Left front come up off the ground, and away he went. I thought for a minute he'd drive out of it, but not a chance. They're going to roll it back over. It looks like get him on his wheels. Maybe. Looks like he's sitting up against the wall here.
Yeah, tough hit there. One of the first times we've had one of the Southern United sprint cars do a little loop-de-loop down there in turn 3 and 4.
Don't get so close.
Sorry. We had to turn them up for the sprint cars.
I see the driver out. Maybe we can get a wave or something over there if he's okay. Everything's good. Yeah, we got a wave, folks. Give him a round of applause. Don't know that he'll make it back. All he gets tonight's a round of applause. So, man, that was a big tumble. Some people come for that stuff, Bobby, to watch some good wrecks. Well, I like good racing. I'm not much on good wrecks, but that was a good one.
Well, wrecks are part of it, but they do come. You guys don't come to watch the sprint cars flip and fly, do you? Y'all don't do that. Y'all come for the good, solid racing with all the racing action at Texana Raceway Park, right? Well, they're still sort of kind of paying attention.
Yeah, you notice nobody said, yeah, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
No, we want to see that thing catch air. That's why you're here.
So it looks like that is indeed the 35 there of Chris Henson. So tough break there for Henson.
Right now, I got the live timing, and the 6 of Christopher Townsend at a 15.42 has been the fast lap so far. When you're clipping off in the low 15s, really close to the 14s, I think the track will even get faster before it's done. We'll watch this live time and keep y'all updated on that.
Yeah, the first heat race is usually the slowest of the heat races here with the sprint cars. As Owen said, that bottom will start slicking off, and to make the guys try to go from catfishing, try to go up to the top of the track. Once they get to the top of the track, they will fly, no pun intended, to Mr. Henson down there in turn number 3. But they will start to boogie pretty good when they start running the top here.
Too soon for they will fly jokes. Too soon.
It happens.
All right. Tell them to pack it in all they can. That's all we do. Say there's a big old hole. So what happens when those things get upside down, get to flying, they'll dig in and dig a big old hole in the racetrack. They said there's a giant hole in the racetrack. You can see the pink shirt, Robert Stewart over there, and Rachel Plant jumping up and down on it, trying to pack in the hole. Good job, the picture taker, pick chick, Rachel, packing in the hole. Then we got the golf cart running over the hole, trying to help pack it in. So a giant hole there in turn number 3. Like I said, it happens when any kind of car gets upside down on the surface. The surface is really soft right now. I tell you what, Lawrence West did a kick-ass job getting this thing ready just a few days. And it's got a ton of moisture. It's super fast. Going to be a great night of racing. Hopefully we don't see no more of that, Bobby, because we need all the cars on the track at one time, not just we're losing cars here.
Yeah, we definitely want to lose any more cars, but just the first couple of corners they had there were pretty entertaining, the way they were digging into the track and coming out of turn number 4 wide open. So we'll see some good more racing action. I'm looking forward to the rest of these heat races firing off and trying this track getting faster and faster as we close out the night. Don't forget, still a couple of more heat races to go for your factory stocks and your IMCA modifieds. So lots of racing action happening. Now we got a chance to take a pause for the calls, hit the little boys, little girls room, go down, refill your beverage, get some of the good track burgers when we got the pause and the calls. So we try to keep this thing wide open all night long for you race fans here at Texana Raceway Park, live on Race on Texas and All Access.
All right, they got them on the move, Bobby. We'll be ready to go here in just a second. Like I said, I think they're working on that hole there a little bit. We get that packed in. We'll get this thing refired and going. Bobby, did you see that? He lost the whole front axle out of that thing.
Yeah, I think that he's going to have some issues. I think that's more than just replacing a wing on that car. So he's definitely got a little bit more damage than what we thought from the distance there in turn number 3 and 4. So now that he's lost the front axle, I have seen stranger things happen with these sprint cars. A lot of these cars are designed to break away because they're so light. But you never know. Maybe put another axle in it, put another wing in it. We might see him here for the main event coming up later tonight. All right, so we're getting re-racked and restacked up here. So that'll put Craddock back on the pole with Townsend on the outside. Tyler Harris in the 24, Cooper in the 28 outside of row number 2 rather, excuse me. Steve Leggio in the 11, Michael Oliver in the 10, Isaiah Garcia will round out the field in that 17G. As we said, tough break for the 35 of Chris Henson. They're getting airborne down there in turn number 3, but all good. Driver's fine. So that's good news, and the safety equipment did exactly what it needed to do. So we'll check out this live timing and scoring. If you want to check out the live timing and scoring, we use the My Race Pass app there on the Google Store, the Google Play Store, or the Apple App Store. You can download that. It is a subscription-based service if you want to subscribe and keep track of the live timing and scoring from your seat. Also has lineups and information about the racetrack and race results. But meanwhile, we go back green right here, right now. So Townsend right off the bat starts checking out over Craddock. Battle now shaping up for third. Between Harris, Cooper, and so Townsend's in the lead, Craddock in second, Harris third, Cooper fourth in the 28. Now the battle there for fourth spot, shaping up between Isaiah Garcia and James Cooper as they buzz around the track. So they completed lap number 2. Meanwhile, Townsend up front is checking out on the rest of this field. Trouble there for car number, can't see the number from here. Got a car up in turns 3 and 4. It looks like he's underpowered. Caution's out. I believe that is the 7. That was the 17G, I believe. So also, if you have friends that want to see this, our friends at Race on Texas are doing a live look-in on their Facebook page. Just search Race on Texas there in your Facebook app, and you'll see them. They're doing live look-in here on Race on Texas. So we thank our friends at Race on Texas and their all-access members for checking out all the action here at Texana Raceway Park with the Southern United Sprint Car Series.
All right, so I happened to be watching the 17G Isaiah Garcia as he went down the back straightaway. He started dead last. He was running fourth. He had a good run on the third place car. Definitely was going to make his way past him, and then looked like a puff of smoke shot up right kind of through the cab of the car, and that was it. You saw him lose power, pull high, and that was it for the night. So Isaiah Garcia, hopefully it ain't something major, but when you usually see a puff of smoke and lose power, you know what that means. So
yeah, it usually means expensive. That's what it usually means. It means that it's not a cheap fix when you see puffs of smoke inside the car. So 2 laps complete. Not sure if we're going to complete that last lap at lap number 3, but we'll find out when we get the running order coming again. But yeah, thanks everybody live looking on Facebook, checking us out. As Owen said, don't forget the next race here will be Friday night, April 29th with the Elite Non-Wing Sprint Car Series. And then the tractor pulls will be that weekend before the Friday and Saturday. But meanwhile, we are back, loaded up, lights are out, getting ready to turn them loose.
Here we go. They can't pass, so they pass the cone.
So Townsend right away is checked out just like he did the last couple of laps. Now they're shaping up there for second between the 24 of Harris and the 7 of Rod Craddock. That's second and third. Dicing around back in the pack for 4th, 5th, 6th. But meanwhile, back up front, Townsend is checked out and is on a mission to dominate this field here tonight at Texana. So Townsend up front, and then you got the battle between Craddock and Harris right here down the front straightaway going into turn number 1. There goes Harris looking to the inside. Craddock with a great run up on the outside will keep the position as they go down the back straightaway. This time by coming up white flag, 1 more lap to go. Townsend's checked out from the beginning. Looks like he's going to run off in the sunset and win. Indeed he will out of turn number 4. Townsend wins. Rod Craddock second. Harris third in the 24 and the 28. Of James Cooper rounds out your top 4 heat race number 1 here in the Southern United Sprint Car Series. So the track did indeed get faster. Townsend's fastest lap in that race was on lap number 7. 1 to go in the heat race. He ran a 15.320, so getting closer to the 14 seconds around here. So we'll see if they can break that 14-second barrier coming up in the next couple of heat races here with the sprint cars. So here's your lineup, the way that they're supposed to start. We'll let the cars kind of come out and get started and give you the real lineup here. Up front on the pole is the 50H of Brett Ingstrom. The 76 is Daniel King. The 12 is Trey Schmidt. The 10W is Aiden Welch. The 5 is Gordon Taylor. The 23W will be Dustin Wetch. 07 of Bobby Middleton and Tracy Riley will round it out in car number 21. Here you see Gordon Taylor in the bright red number 5. Looks like we got one left to try to fire up down there out of turn number 4. Actually, I think instead of being the 50H, I think that's the 5-0, that blue machine. That's a good pun on some numbers there. So that is indeed the 5-0 there of your pole sitter, Brett Engstrom. '76 of Daniel King, the 12 of Trey Schmidt, the 10W Aiden Welch, the 5 of Gordon Taylor, 23W Dustin Wetch, Bobby Middleton in the 07 and Tracy Riley rounding out the field in car number 21. As we said, heat race number 2 of 3 for the Southern United Sprint Car Series here tonight in Texana. So lights out, get ready to turn them loose this time by. Flagman's ready, driver's ready. Fans, are you ready for heat race number 2? We get ready to turn them loose right here, right now. Green flag. By the way, outside pole center, that's 76 of Daniel King, able to check out over the 5-0. And the black number 12 there at Trey Schmidt. Trey Schmidt now in a dogfight back there for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You got Welch there in the 10 and Dustin White in that 23W all battling there for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Oh, got one up, almost went over. Exton in that, Extron in that 5-0. Got up, but he didn't go over on his lid. We stay green, no harm, no foul, halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. So meanwhile, your leader continues to be that 76 of Daniel King. Trey Schmidt in the 12, ways back in 2nd, the 23W there of Dustin Wetch running 3rd, 4th, or excuse me, the 10W of Aiden Welch is running 3rd. That's about 2 laps to go for your leader, Daniel King in that blue number 76. Here he comes to the white flag. One more lap around. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Daniel King wins heat race number 2. Trey Schmidt 2nd. Dustin White's 3rd. And the 10W of Aiden Welch rounds out the top 4 there in heat race number 2 for the sprint cars. So it looks like that little pothole down there in turn 3 didn't really seem to bother the cars, so that's good news. Up next, third and final heat race. On the pole in the 3W is Willie Reed. Teresa Waller in the other car, number 3, on the outside of row number 1. Jacob Harris in the 26. And one of the fine gentlemen of Texas racing, the car number 22L you see right there is driven by none other than the world-famous Kent Lewis. And last check I had, he was 73 years young driving that sprint car in that 22L. And I don't know if he's had a birthday since then, so he's at least 72 that I know of. He may be 73 by now, but one of the esteemed gentleman racers there in the great state of Texas and all across the nation there with Kent Lewis in the 22L. Caleb Martin in the 51, Justin Widekind in the 73, and Chase Schubert in car number 31. There they are, 7 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 3 for the SUS Sprint Cars. So we rack in the lineup here, the 3W, Willie Reed, the 3 at Teresa Waller, Jacob Harris in the 26, Kent Lewis in the 22L, the 51 of Caleb Martin, Justin Widekind in the 73, and Chase Schubert in the 31 as they get re-racked and restacked and ready to roll here for heat race number 3. So Waller and Reed, there's your pair of 3s up on the front row. Reed to the inside, Waller to the outside. Here we go, green flag. Right away, Teresa checks out up front. Watch that there battle for third spot between Lewis in the 24 and Harris in the 22 and the 26. Here comes Harris up on the outside, and that car number 26 to the outside made it look easy on the outside of Lewis in car number 22. Meanwhile, back up front, there's the battle. Teresa Waller in the 3, followed by Willie Reed in the 3W. Here comes Jacob Harris in the 26 now, looking to the bottom of Reed. There goes the 26 to Harris, battling there for second spot, slides up a little bit. He still puts the pedal to the floor, battling up for the lead now. Great battle shaping up for the lead between Teresa Waller and Harris in the 26. There goes Jacob Harris to the inside. Off to the lead. There you see the rotors are glowing on the rear ends of these cars. Trouble there for Waller. Should lose a couple of spots. Watch that 26 of Jacob Harris. He is set sail and he is gone. Halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. Battle there shaping up for third between Teresa Waller and Caleb Martin in the 51. And we finally did it, a lap with 2 laps to go. 14.980 for your leader, Jacob Harris, into the 14-second barrier here at Texana. Now coming to the white flag, 1 more lap to go. Woo, baby. Martin to the inside of Waller. Not going to make it happen that time. Meanwhile, up front, Jacob Harris cruising to the win in heat race number 3. Willie Reed in second. Here comes the battle. Teresa Waller third. Caleb Martin in the 51 fourth. And Kent Lewis Sr. in the 22L rounds out your top 5. As we said, finally broke into the 14-second barrier there with Jacob Harris on lap number 8, a 14.981. Broke into that 14-second barrier. That car was on rails, so we look forward to having all 23 cars come out later on for the main event here coming up after the very short intermission that we'll have coming up after the next couple of heat races. So super big field of factory stocks tonight, 23 cars strong, 4 heat races here for the factory stocks. Here's how they're going to line up. The 14J, Jacob McElveen, the 39, Michaela Trimble, Megan Dotson in the 133, Jacob Burnett in the 04, Jesse Sandoval in the 7, and Johnny Westfall in car number 9. 6 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 1 for your factory stocks. So it looks like they had some of the heavier cars try to pack down a little bit more of the outside groove there. So recapping the running order, the 14J at Jacob McElveen, Michaela Trimble on the outside in that 39, Megan Dotson inside in the 133, Jacob Burnett in the 04 outside of row number 2. Inside of row number 3, Jesse Sandoval from Corpus, and outside of row number 3, then the 9, Johnny Westfall. There they are, 6 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 1 here for your factory stocks. Here we go, green flag. So right away, McElveen takes off, side-by-side battle. Trouble there for Jesse Sandoval in the black and yellow number 7. There goes Trimble looking to the bottom side of McElveen, kind of slams the door on Dotson in that 133. But man, what an inside drive there for Michaela there in the car number 39. So move Michaela Trimble in that 39 up to the front. Here comes Megan Dotson in the 133. All on that bottom side line. Everybody staying clean for now. Here comes Dotson. What a power move on the inside to take the lead. Here comes Michaela coming back though. Michaela and Megan side by side down the back straightaway. Megan's got the high side here. Michaela's up on the inside. Let's see what happens here. Side by side again this time. Michaela has the lead back. Let's see if we can have the crossover with Megan Dotson in that 133. Michaela slides up the racetrack, but here comes the 04, Jacob Burnett. He might be trying to ruin the party. So Burnett looking to the bottom as we come halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. They go 3 wide down the front straightaway. Oh, there comes Burnett to the inside of Michaela. Side by side down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Who's going to lift first? Woo, Michaela drove it in there deep. Can she hold it coming on the outside? Yes, she can. So now a 3-car battle there for the lead. Johnny gets up there. We'll call it a 4-car battle for the lead. So Michaela Trimble able to have fun up on the outside, still hanging tough. Jacob Burnett in that 04, the 04 machine. Michaela got that low defensive line going into turn number 3. Slides out a little bit out of turn number 4. Ooh-wee, hang on. White flag, one more lap to go. Burnett's got the run on the bottom. There goes Michaela into the inside. She's got the lead. Oh, she's got it hanging. Oh, she gets crossed up. No. Jacob Burnett's going to steal one from Michaela Trimble down into turn number 1. Woo. What a finish. What a finish. Great run by Michaela. Led a good portion of that race. Got just a little bit of crossways out of turn number 4. Lost the lead, but you'll learn from that. Definitely for sure. For next future races. Now this heat race here should be very entertaining because there's some heavy hitters in this one. Up front on the pole, driving Alan Alexander's factory stock in the 99T. That is South Texas Sweet Tea, Johnny Torres. Cody Tesh in the 747. Another powerhouse, Triton Tipple in the 99. Shannon Maurer in the 02. The 11D of John Drexler. The 20R of Ricky Long. That is your lineup as they come. Heat race number 2, once again, 6 cars, 8 laps. Heat race number 2. So watch the pair of 99s in this race. They started up front and they will probably finish up front, but don't count out Cody Tesh in that 747 machine. Once again, trying to get these heavier cars to run higher and higher, get this track wider and wider for the sprint cars later on tonight. So there's the lineup. Torres in the 99T, Tesh on the outside, Shannon Maurer in the 02, Triton Temple in that 99. Here we go. Green and going in the factory stocks. So power move by Shannon Maurer there in that 02 to get to the inside of Torres in the 99. Oh, whoo, watch out, full contact. I think that was a trunk off the 747, cautions out. Bunch of debris there out of turn number 4. Oh no, that was the door panel. That wasn't the trunk. That was the door panel that's missing now. So lining them up, going to do it all over again. Here we go. Green flag, let's do it again. Here comes Maurer. They're to the inside. Johnny Torres in that 99. Let's see if they can make it happen this time. Can they get it all the way through a complete lap number 1? This time, indeed, they do. There comes Cody in that 747. Now the battle heating up there for the lead. Shannon Maurer in the 0-2, the 747 to Cody Tesh. Johnny Torres rebounded there for third. Side-by-side battle between the 20R of Ricky Long and the 99 of Triton Temple. Moved Triton back up to fourth spot. This time as they get ready to come up to halfway, side-by-side battle between the 99s. Get the spot right now back to Johnny Torres in the regular black number 99. We are halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. Heat race number 2 of 4 here in the factory stocks. The battle heating up again, both for the lead. There they go down to turn number 1 and 2. Good battle for the lead and a good battle for third between the 99s. Torres did not get a good run out of the back to the back straightaway. And your leaders get together. Oh, Johnny, hang on. Triton Temple avoids it. Coming up to 2 to go. Will they stay green? And yellow's out. So we'll see how they re-rack and restack this one as they came to 2 to go. So it looks like they will put Tesh in the 747 in the back. That'll put Maurer back up front in the 0-2. Here we go, Texas two-step restart. We turn them green right here, right now. Everybody dogfighting for that bottom. White flag, one more lap around. Let's see what happens. Shannon in that 0-2 has the spot. Been strong all night long. Into turn 3. Triton's going to play it safe. Shannon Maurer's going to win. Triton Temple second. Ricky Long third. Johnny Torres fourth. And the 747 of Cody Tesh rounds out the top 5. Looks like we missed the 11D of John Drexler in the lineup, so. Here we go, lining up for heat race number 3 up front on the pole in the 36P. That's Michael Pesic. Monty Chamberlain in the 55M up on the outside. Memphis Villarreal in the black number 30 inside of row number 2. Chad Herring in the 1H on the outside. 28Rs, Rowdy Chenard. Joe Johnson in the 63J rounding out your top 6. Here we go. That's Cody. I have no idea. So Pesic and Chamberlain on the front row for this one in Memphis Real. Chad Herring in the 1H, Rowdy Chenard. in the 28R, and Joe Johnson in the 63J. Lights are out. Here we go. Green flag. Monty trying to put the pedal to the floor to the outside. He's got a good run over Pesic. As they go down the back straightaway. Monty high, wide, and handsome, more than normal there in that 55M. Power move to the outside. With Pesic hanging tough. Monty, trouble for Monty out of turn number 2. Mechanical Gremlins, I think, just got to him right as that motor started purring down the front straightaway. So trouble for Monty as he pulls into the infield. There goes Memphis Viriel hopping a tire down in turn number 1. So Pesic still your leader in the 36. Here come Memphis Viriel in the 30. Herring in the black number 1. All Memphis keeps digging in on that bottom. Memphis sliding it hard in there, and he makes the pass. He clears him on the bottom. What a slide job there by Memphis as they come to halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. Heat race number 3. Woo, hang on, boys. So Pesic there in the 36 tried to slam the door. Memphis was already gone. Let's see what Chad Herring can do in the 1H. Side by side into 3. Let's see who has the advantage. Pesic on the outside. Herring, they're on the inside. They're coming to 2 to go. So give Herring that spot, that lap. Live timing and scoring gave it to him over Pesic. Meanwhile, Memphis Viriel's out. He is checked out. Still that battle there for second. Michael Pesic up on the outside. Chad Herring there on the inside. This time Pesic has the advantage on the outside line. So Pesic with the much better run this time on the outside. Herring, a little bit of bumper tag, side by side, door banging out of turn number 2. And checker flags out. Let's see who ends up second. Chad Herring will be second. Michael Pesic third as they make contact. Down into turn number 1, Roddy Chenard with the front row seat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. To quote my friend Owen Pittman, things about to get Western up in the pits, I think, over there. So one more heat race here for the factory stocks, and we've got a IMCA modified heat race to go before we get into the main event action. Here's your lineup for heat race number 4. Up front on the pole, the Robstown Rocket, the 741 Cameron Starry. On the outside of him in the 41, that's Dylan Alasko. The 25R, Nathan Rahi. In the 25R, Jeff Moore in car number 1, and 19, that is Mike Horelka. There they are, 5 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 4 here in the factory stocks. And who are we missing? 741, 41, 25R. I think we're missing the 19 of Mike Horelka. So it looks like they're going to give the 19 just a tick more time. I guess time's up because they're going to turn them loose next time by. Lights are out. So Cameron Starry in the 741, Dylan Nolasco in the 41, Nathan Rahi in the 25R, and Jeff Moore in car number 1. So we'll make it 4 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 4 for the factory stocks. And we go green right here, right now. So right away, the Robstown Rocket, Cameron Starry in the 741 takes the lead over Alasko in that 41. Rahi in the 25R runs 3rd. And Jeff Moore in the number 1 runs 4th. Everybody running nose to tail. Pretty clean race so far. Coming up now to complete lap number 3. So into turn number 3, up out of turn number 4, cross flags, halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. So the Robstown Rocket making it look easy so far in heat race number 4. Here you see coming up on 2 to go. Here we go, 2 more to go. And white flag, 1 more lap to go. Hot spot on the racetrack. That battle shaping up there for 2nd. Between Alasko in the 41 and Rahi in the 25. And checker flag out. Cameron Starry wins. Dylan Alasko 2nd. Nathan Rahi 3rd. And Joe Moore rounds out the field, or Jeff Moore rather, rounds out the field there in car number 1. So one last heat race coming up for your IMCA Modifieds. Looks like Cameron Starry is pulling double duty, so we're going to need to give him a moment to switch cars. Just the luck of the draw for the heat race, he actually drew for the last heat race and needed to be in the front of this other heat race. So Sometimes it just works out that way. I know most of y'all came to see the sprint cars, but these cars are pretty fun too. Here's your lineup up front on the pole in car 77. That's Robert Lisi. Outside of him is Brian Maychek in the 45. Jacob Horcht in the 77D. The BD1 is Jared Mopp, and the 741 is Cameron Starry. Ryan Slott in the 49. Robert Walton in the 10, and Brandon Welker in the 44X, rounding out the field. Yeah, it looks like we are indeed waiting on the 741, Cameron Starry. So hopefully Cameron will get changed out here in just a minute. And here comes the Robstown Rocket. It's got to be rough coming out of a factory stock straight into one of these big modifieds. And now everybody forgets where they're supposed to be. Come on, race car drivers. There they go. Everybody lined up how they're supposed to be. So Robert Lisi Jr. in the 77. Brian Maychek, that's your front row. Jacob Horch in the 73. Cameron Starry in the 741. That is your top four as we get ready to turn them loose for the heat race in the IMC Modifieds right here, right now. Over from Maychek is eaten alive out of turn number 2, dropping like a rock in a fish tank. Trying to go 3 wide there for the lead. So Cameron Starry there in that 741, trying to come to the top side. Lisi up top in the 77 blocks it. Watch the 73 of Jacob Horch down on the inside of Cameron. There goes Cam trying to make it 3 wide. Now Cameron down to the bottom. Can he make it stick? Not quite yet. He's trying to dig though. Oh, watch the 73. Tried to make the inside pass work, not going to happen, and it just bottlenecked everybody else. Look at Cam up on the outside in that 741, hanging tough. Oh, trouble for Horch in the 73. As we were coming to halfway or just past the halfway point, caution is out on the racetrack. So I believe we'll see the first Texas two-step restart of the evening. If you're unfamiliar how the Texas two-step restart works, it's how it's lined up right back over there. Your leader gets a chance to be on the road by himself. It goes 1, 2, 2 behind him. So the Robstown Rocket, Cameron Starry up front on the pole. Lisi in the 77, Ryan Slott in the 49. Here we go. Get ready to turn them loose. Right here, right now. Ooh, watch that power move there by Ryan Slott. So this time by, they're coming to 2 to go. 2 more laps to go. So Slot trying to slide up in on the inside. Not going to happen this time by. 1 more lap to go. There goes Cameron Starry up top. Ryan Slot there on the bottom trying to make it happen. Slot's going to try the bottom, try the slide job 1 more time. He's going to get close, but Cameron Starry wins. Ryan Slot second. Lisi in the 77 third, the 44. So Brandon Welker rounds out your top 4 here in heat race number 1 and only heat race there for the IMCA Modifieds. All right, so that's it for the preliminary portions of the evening. Looks like we will, so we got a sprint car down there in turn number 4, going to turn some laps. But now's your chance to take a pause for the cause. Go and refill your beverage. Get you some more of the good track food down there, the hamburgers and the sausage wraps. And we'll be back to racing action here pretty quickly as we get things rocking and rolling here for the Southern United Sprint Car Series coming up here at Texana Raceway Park.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
So here we go. First main event of the evening is going to be the E-Mod feature. 20 laps, 6 cars. Here we go. Braden Tomlinson in the 33 on the pole. Brandon Tomlinson on the outside in the red number 48. Daniel Preston in the 6-inch. Caden Valenta in the 44V. Cooper Calibra in the 04 and the 21S. Summer Nave. That is your lineup there. 6 cars, 20 laps here in your E-Mod. So we got a pair of Tomlinsons up on the front row. Braden in the 33 on the inside. Brandon in the red 48 up on the outside. Lights are out. We're looking him over, getting ready to turn him loose here at Texana. Here we go. Green flag. Right away, Daniel Preston in the 6-inch, trying to make it to the inside, popping the tires, trying to catfish on the bottom, but Tomlinson ended up pulling to the top side. So Braden in the 33 leads, Daniel Preston on the inside in the 6-inch. They go 3 wide out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Brandon Tomlinson to the outside. He passes them both on the high side. Daniel Preston on the inside, Braden on the bottom. Oh, watch out, hang on, tough, woo! Tomlinson spin right in front of Tomlinson. Into a cloud of dust, good job there by Cooper Calibra. He might be hung on a tire. I think the 04 hung on a tire. So tough break there for Cooper. Meanwhile, back up front, Daniel Preston in the 6-inch leads over Brandon 48. Brandon Tomlinson and Caden Valenta in the 44V. So Daniel Preston continues to lead. They complete lap number 7. So not quite halfway here as he continues to lead over the 48 of Brandon Tomlinson, the Caden Valenta in that white 44V. Then you got Braden Tomlinson in the 33 and Summer Nave in the 21S. Coming up this time, Bobby, halfway home, 10 down, 10 to go. And there you see it, cross flags. 10 down, 10 to go. For your leader continues to be Daniel Preston in the 6-inch modified. This time by a complete lap number 12 there for Preston out on a Saturday night stroll here in Edna, Texas. Got a full lead backstretch lead over the 48 of Brandon Tomlinson. So Daniel Preston continues to lead. That was lap number 13. Actually make that lap number 14. 6 more laps to go. In the first main event of the evening here at Texana Raceway Park. Up next to be the Sport Mod main event. So trouble there for Caden Valenta in the 44V. Pulling off to the pits after running third for most of the evening, so not sure if more mechanical gremlins or not. So there you see your leader, the 6-inch of Daniel Preston. Then you got the Red 48 of Brandon Tomlinson. You got Braden Tomlinson right here in the 33. And Summer Nave there in the 21S, rounding out your remaining 4-car field. So coming up on 2 to go here for your leader, Daniel Preston in the 6-inch. So into turn 3, up out of turn number 4, here he comes. 1 more lap to go. Into 3, up out of turn number 4. Your winner, the 6-inch, Daniel Preston wins. Braden Tomlinson coming out of turn number 4 will finish second. Braden Tomlinson in the 33 rounds out your top 3 here in your E-Mod. First main event of the evening. We'll go downstairs and talk to Daniel. There's your winner, Daniel Preston. Dan, you're supposed to get a little excited when you win these things. Make sure you get all the hugs and kisses out of the way. This is for you. This is for you to hold in the pictures, or one of the kids can hold it. We'll come around up front and have a little conversation here She made it look easy back in the topless E-Mod here. So tell me, ooh, that's hot. So tell me about, how many cars do you have? Because didn't Carlucci just win in your car down at the race ranch last week?
Yeah, I've got this one, the factory stock that Greg's racing, and then Skip Gray and Cheryl Gray's letting me race their BD2 Limited. But I'll bring that out next time.
So talk about the race tonight. Obviously, track's a little different when you got the sprint cars running. Did you have to change anything special to make this thing run this good tonight?
Well, it seems like every time I make any changes on this thing, it gets worse. So I don't know what I got to do. I got to stop working on it, I guess.
All right, we know it takes sponsors to make this thing go round. Now's your chance to thank all the people to help you get done.
Jordan Equipment, Ace Transmission, John Leda Farms, Magnum Services, Skip and Cheryl Gray with Gray's Recycling, and that's about it.
All right, we'll let you take some pictures. Like I said, you get to treat the trophy, but I need the flag back. All right, so up next will be the limited sport mod feature. Up front on the pole in a 03, that's GW Hessong. Outside of him in the $4X is Caleb Sellier. Inside the next row on the 13B, that's Bryce Reed. Mark Greiner in the yellow number 93 outside of row number 2. Benjamin Miklinchek in the 13M inside of row number 3. Adam Bartels there in the 44K outside of row 3. Inside of row number 4, Michael Carlock in the 76, and Morgan Rios in the car number 25R, pulling up towards the end of the field. So we got 8 cars, 20 laps. Main event time here for your limited sport mod feature. All right, lights out, looking them over. GW Hessong, Caleb Sellier. That is your front row. 2 heavy hitters, 2 wide open drivers known to put their feet to the floor. Here we go. Green flag. Oh, Bryce Reed tried to make it 3 wide. Not sure that was going to work. Going off into turn number 3, Sellier, Caleb on the high side, gonna make it to the outside of GW Hessong in that 03. And your top 2 has started taking off. Caleb Sellier in the $4X. Starting to check out over DW Hessong in that 03. Mark Greiner in the yellow number 93 runs third. Here comes Maklinchek in the 13M. And you got Bryce Reed in the 13B running side by side there for 4th spot. Now hot spot on the racetrack is that dogfight, is that battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th between Griner and the 93, Miklinchek in the 13M, and Bryce Reed in the 13B as they all try to run 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. Your leader, car number $4X, is checked out on the field over GW Hassong by about 4 car lengths over that 0-3. So back up front continues to be the $4X there, Caleb Sellier. GW Hassong runs second, about a half a straightaway length lead, or half a straightaway length behind the leader. Then a full straightaway length behind the leader is at 13N of Benjamin Miklinchek. Then the 13B of Bryce Reed rounds out your top 4. Now the battle there for 3rd spot, shaping up between the battle of the 13s again. Meanwhile, here comes your leader to halfway home, 10 down, 10 to go. Heat race, our main event for your limited sport mods. And meanwhile, as they come by to complete lap number 12, 8 more laps to go. Trouble there for the 44K. Adam Bartel spinning out of turn number 4. He spun it around. I don't know if he stalled it or not, but he parks it right there. There indeed, there comes the caution right there. So that'll re-rack him and restack him with 12 laps complete, 8 more laps to go. Texas two-step restart coming up with $4X. Caleb Sellier up front on the row by himself. GW Hassong in that 0-3, then the 13N of Benjamin Miklinchek. 13B of Bryce Reed, and then the Mark Griner machine in that yellow number 93 machine. That is the top 3 rows as we get ready to turn them back loose again. Lights are out. Real quick and easy restart here, Texas two-step restart style here on Saturday night. Texana Raceway Park, live all over the world on Race on Texas All Access. We go green again. So Caleb Sellier able to take off from where he left off before. Now that battle heating up there for second. This time it's a challenge between GW Hassong and Benjamin Miklinchek in the 13M. But don't count out Bryce Reed in that blue 13B car. Bryce is showing some speed late in the going here in the main event. Trouble there for Carlock in the 76. He keeps it rolling. Gonna lose a lot of ground to the lead pack. This time by lap 15, 5 more laps to go. So Caleb starting to check out everybody else again. Battle is that battle for third between the 13s. 13B, Bryce Reed has it. Benjamin Miklicek in the 13M. Well, he wants it back. This time by 2 more laps to go. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. White flag waving in the wind for Caleb Sellier in the $4X. GW Hessong second. Bryce Reed third. Benjamin Miklicek fourth. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Picking up another win at Texana. Caleb Sellier in the $4X wins. GW Hessong second. Bryce Reed third. Benjamin Miklicek fourth. Mark Griner with a strong run to round out the top 5. All right, Caleb, here, why don't you hold this? I put the trophy right there. By the way, is that a Let's Go Brandon sticker?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
How about it?
Look at that. Now remember, it's Let's Go Brandon, not the other one. There's kids present, okay? All right, let's just talk about the race, man. Once you got to the high side, it seemed like it was rocking and rolling and doing pretty good for you.
Yeah, there was a sweet spot right there in the middle of the track. If I could hit it just right, I wouldn't be tight entering. But if I could hit it just right and get it to rotate it, I could mash on that big ghetto fast motor and come right up off the corner pretty good.
Well, speaking of motor, you got your crew chief, engine builder, all-around good guy Brad Dixon with you. So when he's not working on the Texas 600 stuff, what does he do in the shop all week with you?
Pretty much assemble junk to come out here and race.
Hey, for the record, it wasn't me that called it junk. I'm just saying. Ghetto fast for a reason. Actually, it's Lone Star 600, not Texas 600. So one last thing, you got people that get this thing around in circles for you. Now's your chance to thank them before we take the pictures.
Oh, yeah, so I got to thank Kenny Mungle and Mina Mungle back home, owners of Kenco Bucket Trucks and Team Gone Again Racing for putting me in this ride. He's the owner. I work for him, but he treats me like a son. A year ago, we lost his dad. Would have been great for him to be out here with us this whole time. 2 more shots out back in Mississippi where my family's at. Money Man and Sellier Racing, I know they're watching on Race on Texas. All piled in my mom's house watching it back home. So hello to y'all, and that was my serious interview. Let me give this next one. It was good. Are you good?
Well, it depends. Go for it.
Well, let me tell you something, Tony Schiavone. I come out here with this $20,000 Casio watch. I got this $50,000 Impact race suit. I've got right here my toter home back there costs $1 million. But let me tell you, if you want to be the best, you got to be the best. Let me hear you, Ric Flair fans. Woo!
Too sweet to be sour. There's your winner, Caleb Sellier, everybody. All right, so congratulations to Caleb Sellier on the win there in the limited sport mod. Up next, we got the pure stock feature. Up front on the pole, pulling double duty, GW Hessong in the 35, Mickey Helms in the 32, Travis Slavic in the 19, Gary Butler in the 9, Derek Youngblood, and everybody's favorite racer, Dylan Jennings. Where's my Dylan Jennings fans? Y'all can get loud now. So hopefully Mr. Jennings worked out the mechanical gremlins that were biting him all evening. As we get ready to turn them loose, 20 laps here for the main event for the Pure Stocks. As we said, good way to get into racing right here. Rules at TexanaRacewayPark.com. Here we go. Green flag. All right, battle for the lead, shaping up out of turn number 2. GW Hessong in car number 35. He's got the 32 of Mickey Helms down to the bottom side. Let's see what happens there. We know that 32 car is fast. There goes Mickey down on the inside. Here comes the crossover from GW. So give Mickey the lead as they go into turn number 3. Let's see what GW is able to do. Mickey's still able to make the top spot work. GW is trying to make it close, so it comes within a car length. So now those top two checking out about a full straightaway length lead over the 9 of Gary Butler as they race 1, 2, 3 coming down to complete lap number 5. 15 more laps to go. Actually, so it looks like it's coming to halfway. This is a 15-lap main event, not a 20-lap main event. Yes, it did indeed. 15 laps for the main event here for the brand new class of pure stocks. Cheerleader continues to be the number 32 of Mickey Helms. GW Hessong running second, and Gary Butler running third. That's your top three on the front straightaway. They come down to complete lap number 8. So Mickey Helms able to start checking out over GW Hessong. Got almost a full straightaway length lead now. As these guys come through, as we said, very economical way to get involved in racing. If you're sitting in the grandstands and want to get involved, go check out one of these cars. They're very good budget for budget racers, as well as along with these in the E-Mod. So if you wanted to get into racing, this would be a good class to go. As Mr. Helms comes up around the 97 of Derek Youngblood there in the 97 going a lap down. Stand by completing lap number 11, so 4 more laps to go. So as they race, continues to be the 32 of Mickey Helms checking out. Big time now over GW Hessong and Gary Butler. This time by, you see it, lap number 13 complete. 2 more laps to go. So into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. White flag, 1 more lap around. So into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Your winner in the Pure Stocks, Mickey Helms. GW Hessong second, Gary Butler be third, Derek Youngblood there in the 97 rounds out your top 4 here in the Pure Stocks. There he is, fixing his makeup, double checking his glasses. Here's your winner in the Pure Stocks, Mickey Helms, everybody. All right, this is for you. And then we'll use this as a prop for some Victory Lane photos for Rachel over here. All right, man, so last race, this car had a for sale sign on it. It doesn't have a for sale sign on it anymore. Were you the lucky winner of the contest, or the bidding war to get this thing?
No, I'm sure Tony still sell it. He's always for sale. Thank you for Tony Blankenship for letting me drive it. This old car's been around a lot of years, won a lot of races, with a lot of different drivers. Thank y'all for coming and watching.
So if you want a really good deal to get in on this, get in on the racing deal, here you go. Check with Mickey and the guys on this 32. Let's take some pictures. Here you go. Y'all hold this for the picture. And y'all get ready. Coming up next, sprint cars. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful sprint cars coming to the dirt track here at Texana Raceway Park in beautiful Edna, Texas. We did this before. How many of you guys are here to see the sprint cars? Everybody? Yeah. I bet Randy's got something special for us before we get this thing started, don't you, Randy? So I'm going to give you the lineup here while it's kind of just a tick quiet before we end up getting everybody turned loose. Up front on the pole in car number 6, Christopher Townsend. Daniel King on the outside of row number 1 there in the 76. Jacob Harris, one of the heat race winners there in 26 inside of row number 2. Outside of row number 2, Rod Craddock in car 7. Trey Schmidt inside of row number 3 in car 12. The 3W, that's Willie Reed. He's outside of row number 3. Inside of row number 4, Tyler Harris in car number 24. Outside in the 23W is Dustin Wetch. Teresa Waller there inside of row number 5. Outside the 28 of James Cooper. Inside of row number 6, the 10W, Aiden Welch. The 51 of Caleb Martin on the outside. Up next on the inside of row number 7, Michael Oliver in the 10 car. And the 21 on the outside, that's Tracy Riley. Up next on the inside, row number 8, starting 15th, the 22L, that is Kent Lewis. On the outside of row number 8, starting 16th, the car 11, that's Steve Leggio. Inside of row number 9, number 5, that's Gordon Taylor. Outside of him, starting 18th in car number 31, that's Chase Schubert. Supposed to start inside of row number 10 is Chris Henson. He's the one that had a big-time flip earlier. Not sure if he's going to make it back out. The 5-0, that's Brett Ingstrom. Starting outside of row number 10, Justin Whittekind in 73 inside of row number 11. Outside of row number 11, had some motor problems earlier. Not sure if he's going to make it out for this one, the 17G of Isaiah Garcia. And running out the field in car number 07, had issues earlier in hot laps, Bobby Middleton, starting inside of row number 12. Not sure if those last couple of guys are going to make the call or not. But there they are, beautiful sprint cars with the American flags. We got one addition there in the 41. I think that's one of the Dixons in car number 41, not sure. Not showing up on the sheet, but there comes all the sprint cars with their American flags. Yeah, the 41 was Trent Dixon who was hot lapping it. I don't know who's running it for the main event, but we'll get it all figured out here in a little bit. All right, race fans, get out your phones, start taking a picture. Here comes the 3-wide salute down the front straightaway with Old Glory in tow. Y'all stand up, wave your hands, wave your hats, wave a kid if you got one. There's nothing more American on a Saturday night at a racetrack with sprint cars and American flags. God bless America. Can I get a hell yeah? All right, there we go. Fireworks, sprint cars, American flags on a short track Saturday night in Edna, Texas. All right, so we're getting reset here. Once we get the Old Glory off the backside of some of these race cars, then we'll get them a couple of warm-up laps to get them heated up, and then we'll get them all lined up and get them turned loose here. 20-lap main event here for the Southern United Sprint Car Series at Texana Raceway Park, live here in person from Edna, Texas, and all over the world on Race On Texas and the All Access. Hear that, y'all? That's the calm before the storm. Just like you got to wait for the thunderstorm to get close to start hearing the thunder, that's what we got to hear tonight. It's the calm before the storm. Take out your phone. Take a picture while they're sitting still, because they're hard to take a picture when they're going fast. So recapping the top couple of rows here on the restart, your three heat race winners start first, second, and third. Christopher Townsend in the 6 is on the pole. Daniel King outside in that blue 76 on the outside of the front row. Inside the next row, one of the heat race winners, Jacob Harris in car number 26. Rod Craddock in car number 7 starts fourth. Trey Smith In the car 12 starts 5th, 6th on the outside of row number 3, Willie Reed. Tyler Harris inside of row number 4 starts 7th. 23W, Dustin Welch in 8th. 9th, Teresa Waller starting inside of row number 5, outside of row number 5. In the 28 is James Cooper. Inside of row number 6, starting 11th. That's the 10W, Aiden Welch. The 51 of Caleb Martin starts outside in in 12th position outside of row 6. Inside of row number 7 and 13th to 10, that's Michael Oliver starting 14th. Outside of row 7, the 21, that is Tracy Riley. Inside the next row, inside of row number 8, the 22L, that is Kent Lewis Sr. On the outside, in 16th, that's the 11 of Steve Leggio. Inside of row number 9, starting 17th, that's Gordon Taylor. Outside, starting 18th, that is Chase Schubert. Inside of row number 10 is supposed to be Chris Hinton. Had some issues in the heat race, may not make the green. The 5-0 of Brent Ekstrom. Starting outside of row number 10, Justin Whittakin in car number 73 starts inside of row number 11 and 21st. Isaiah Garcia had some motor problems earlier as well. And Bobby Middleton had some issues there in hot laps before the races even got started. So there they are. 20-ish or so cars lined up and ready to go here for your main event feature for the Southern United Sprint Cars. All right, guys, we're getting ready to show them one. This is the interactive portion of the evening. I need you to stand up, release that seat, get loud, get excited, because the sprint cars are here and they're about to go A-Main racing at Texana Raceway Park. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Watch that middle part of that pack. That 6 car's been fast. That 76 car's been fast. Here we go. Green flag. And right off the bat, we go high, wide, and handsome. Trouble already there for somebody in the back stretch, but meanwhile, back up front, Dustin Welch is car number 23W set sail. The 12 of Trey Schmidt runs second. The 3W of Willie Reed runs third. Times are going, wrapping out fast here as they race around Texana Raceway Park. Your leader now coming out of turn number 4 continues to be the 23W Dustin Wetz. Then the 12 of Trey Smith, the 3W Willie Reed, the 7 of Rod Craddock. Jacob Harris rounds out your top 5 in car number 26. All your leaders now on the back straightaway. Coming up on turn number 4, here you come your leader, the number 23W. Into the backside traffic, coming up on car number 21. And the 5 of Gordon Taylor trying to get through the traffic. He's jam-packed behind him. There's your 3 wide move, splits the middle. What a great move by Dustin. Meanwhile, second place and third place, Willie Reed and Trey Smith. They're having trouble getting between the lap cars. That opens up the door a mile wide for Dustin Wetz in the 23W. But now your leader, that 23W, Dustin Wetz, he's in heavy traffic. Now he's coming up on the 5-0. 5-0 stays to the bottom. Dustin goes up to the top side. The 12 of Trey Smith's getting closer, but he's still a half-a-way straight length lead behind your leader, that 23W. As they're able to split the lap cars there. Their leader now going off into turn number 1, coming up on halfway home. 11 laps complete. Your leader almost a full straightaway length lead ahead over the rest of the field. Here at Texana, Trey Smith in the 12 car getting just snake bit by lap traffic. They're trying to lap the inside of the 22 of Kent Lewis. Trouble there for Gordon Taylor in the 5, pulling to the infield. Meanwhile, up front by a mile, coming out of turn number 4, there's your leader. Dustin Wetz in car number 23W. Now your top 3 almost on the same straightaway. The 23, your leader, going into turn number 3 out of turn 4. There goes the 2nd and 3rd place, the 12 car of Welch and its 26 machine of Jacob Harris. Coming by, competing lap number 15, 1-5 on the board for your leader, the 23, Dustin Welch. Lap traffic continues to be a problem, and so far it's been all green, all wide open the whole time since we did the initial green flag. Your leader still coming from the back of the pack right there, the 23. The 23W, Dustin Wetz. He's now got almost a full straightaway length lead as he goes off into turn number 3. 2nd place just barely coming off of turn number 2. Coming up on 2 to go this time by. Here comes your leader into turn number 3. He's going to see the white flag. 1 more lap to go, and that's Checkers. No, that's the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Now comes the checker flag right there. Your winner, the 23W Dustin Wetz. Harris in the 26. Jacob Harris in the 26 runs 2nd. Trey Smith in the 12 runs 3rd. Willie Reed in the 3W 4th, and Rod Craddock rounds out the top 5 in car number 7. All right, so we'll switch spots here. Your winner, Dustin Welch, as I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Man, you were on a rail. You started on the pole, and you took off and never looked back. How was it racing here tonight?
It was great. I love it when it ruts up a little bit.
So talk about the race as it went on. Lap traffic seemed to be kind of a bit of a challenge so far tonight. You got caught in it. 2nd and 3rd got caught in it too. But is that just part of racing on the short track?
Oh, yeah. I love it. Last race, lap traffic was not good for me. And this time, most of it was. Only a couple cars wasn't.
All right, so you know it takes an army of people and a lot of sponsors to make this thing go around. Now's your chance to thank the people that helped us get this thing on the track.
My grandpa and his wife, April, Larry with Full Serve, Chris and his wife with Henson Contract, Precision Spray Foam, Kyle Turner. I'm out of breath.
All right, well, take some pictures, and just make sure I get the checkered flag back is all I need.
Christian and my brother are working on it.
You'll forget everybody. Just apologize later. Where am I going? All right, so we're sitting here with third place Trey Schmidt. It looks like Jacob Harris left. Man, talk about the lap traffic, man. It seemed like that was a battle all night long.
Yeah, there was like one fast line around the top there, so you had to time your passes and just dive underneath them or something, or stay with them off the corner to dive on the next corner. But then you got to bounce through the ruts and hope you don't end up on your head. But you can't ask for a better race and racetrack. That was badass in the car, and that had to have been a good show for y'all.
It was. So talk about, as the night goes on, were you able to move your line at all or anything?
My main thing was just trying to get through the corner without flipping. But, yeah, I mean, I could kind of go anywhere, but the fast line was around the top.
I think that's what they had planned earlier. So as I was talking to Welch over there, these things don't go around for free. Now's your chance to thank the people and the sponsors that make this thing go around.
Yeah, I got to thank Rainbow Restoration, H&R Air Conditioning, Advanced Enzyme Systems, Title, Houston Holdings, and Dixie Safe and Lock, Coastal HVAC Supply, my crew, Yancey, Jimmy, my dad's here, everybody that helps. We had 2 or 3 sprint cars flip tonight, and there was like 8 other drivers over there putting it back together, so that's the kind of group we got.
Awesome group. Congratulations. Top 3 here for Trey Schmidt, driver of the number 12 SUS sprint car. And y'all thought the sprint cars was fun. Here we go. 23 factory stocks for 20 laps around Texana Raceway Park. Here's how they're going to line up. Up front on the pole in the 04 is Jacob Burnett. Outside in the 02, that's Shannon Maurer. Inside of row number 3, that's Memphis Viriel in the 30. The Robstown Rocket, Cameron Starry, starts outside of row number 2 in 4th. Inside of row number 3, starting 5th, the 39, Michaela Trimble. Outside in the 6th spot, the 99 is Triton Temple. Inside of row number 4 and 7th is Chad Herring. Outside Starting 8th, the 41 of Dylan Alasko. Up next, inside of row number 5, Johnny Westfall. Outside, the 20R, that's Ricky Long. Inside of row number 6, that's Michael Pesic. Nathan Rahi in car number 25. Megan Dotson inside of row number 7, starting 13th. 14th, that's South Texas Sweet Tea in the 99T, Johnny Torres. Rowdy Chenard inside of row number 8, starting 15th. 16th, the number 1 of Jeff Moore. Inside of row number 9, starting 17th, Jacob McElvey. And then the 747 to Cody Tesh. Inside of row number 10, Joe Johnson in the 63W, Mike Karelka in the 19. Jesse Sandoval in the 7, John Drexler in the 11D, and Monty Chamberlain in the 55M if he made the call. Looks like a couple of those cars were having mechanical problems. And won't make the call there for the A main. All right, lights are out at the flag stand, showing them one. Burnett in the 04, Maurer in the 02, Memphis Viriel in the 30. The Robstown Rocket, Cameron Starry, starting outside of row number 2 and 4th inside. Michaela Trimble in the 39, Triton Temple in number 99. That is your top 6 as we get ready to turn them loose. 23 cars for 20 laps here at Texana Raceway Park. Live in person and live on Race on Texas All Access. Here we go. Green flag. And right away they say side by side for the lead. Burnett in the 04, Maurer in the 02. There's the, trouble for the 04, spins from the lead right there in front of everybody. That opens up the door for Cameron Starry, the Robstown Rocket. Memphis Virial making some contact with Maurer in that 02. Maurer has some front end issues. That opens up the door for Triton Temple. Memphis got a little bit of a body rub there on one of the rear tires. Right now your leader still continues to be the 741 of Cameron Starry. Memphis Viriel second, Triton Temple in the 99 third. Then Maurer in the 02, Dylan Alasko rounds out the top 5 in that number 41 machine. Michaela Trimble runs 6th. Good solid run for her, battling with Nathan Rahi. Right now, hotspot on the racetrack of the mini hotspots is that battle there for 6 between Michaela Trimble in the 39, Nathan Rahi in that 25. That is side-by-side there for 6th. Then you got the 0-4 Burnett right behind him. So Michaela able to hang on to the spot after battling side-by-side with Rahi for a couple of laps. Go down into turn number 1. Still there, still there. Rahi coming up to the inside of the 39. 39 stays there, pulls away on the front, on the straightaway. Now back up front, your battle before the lead is starting to heat up just a little bit as they come around Joe Johnson. In that 63J, your leader continues to be the 741 of Cameron Starry. The 30, that's Memphis Veriel driving to the bottom, catfishing to the inside. Trouble there for Michaela in the 39 and Nathan in the 25R. Out of turn number 4, meanwhile, back up front as we continue to focus in on the leaders. Oh, trouble for Triton Temple. Looks like he's got a right front flat. And caution's out. Trouble back, further back. Dotson, Rahi, Pesic. I think that's Michaela hopping a tire. There goes another rogue tire down there in turn number 4. Calamity Corner, they're out of turn number 4. Trouble there for Triton Temple initially. Then some contact further back in the field. Spent a bunch of cars spinning. So red flags out as we try to sort through everything down there. Looks like some broken rear ends, some shocks, all kind of different stuff happening down there out of turn number 4. As the caution back on the racetrack as they try to get your... It's going to take a hot minute to sort some of this stuff out. But we do know the lead duo continues to be the 741 of Cameron Starry and the 30 of Memphis Veriel. That's your top 2. After that, yeah, we'll find out. I'm pretty sure Mauer's going to end up being 3rd in that 0-2, or Maurer, Shannon Maurer. Alasko's going to run 5th, and Burnett in the 0-4 should round out the top 6. After that, it gets a little cloudy. So trouble there, you see the trouble there for Triton Temple. Can't tell what's tore. It looks like there's something tore up on the right front over there. Sure, he broke a shock, broke a control arm, something, and that number 99 pushing him to the infield. So now it looks like the running order is fairly good. So 741 Cameron Starry, that's the leader. Then Memphis Veriel in the 30. 0-2 of Shannon Marr runs 3rd. Then Dylan Alasko, Jacob Burnett, Chad Herring in the 7. Or the 1A is in 6th spot in the 1H. 99T of Johnny Torres, 9 of Johnny Westfall. That is your top 8 as they get ready to rock and roll through. There you see the 133, Megan Dotson there in the 133. The 28R, that's Rowdy Chenard. The 11D is John Drexler, then the 7 of Sandoval. Then the 1 of Jeff Moore, and then the 63 of Joe Johnson. That's how the remainder of the car is over there. Looks like we've got Michaela Trimble in the 39 rolling now. Popping another couple of tires. And also looks like the 36 of Michael Pesic is still over there in turn number 4. So more damage to Pesic in the 36 than I thought. Looks like a whole left rear assembly out of that rear end is gone. So that's not the best way to end an evening. So that's definitely where the trouble ended up there. Trouble there again for Sandoval in the green or black and yellow number 7. Now we lost our leader, the 741 of Cameron Starry. Pulled off on the hot pit while I was looking down there in turn number 4. So now we got a new leader. Memphis Viriel in the car number 30. Takes over for the Robstown Rocket, Cameron Starr in the 741 who had issues. So you know you're in trouble when the race director has the black flag. So once we get everybody lined up in the right spot, we'll get set for another Texas two-step restart coming up here for the factory stocks. 8 laps complete, 12 more laps to go here in this main event. And we are showing them 1. And we may be keeping them single file for the restart. It does appear that way. So no Texas two-step restart here. Staying single file for the restart. The lights are out. Memphis Viriel, Shannon Marr, Dylan Alasko. That is your top 3 as we get ready to turn them loose here in the factory stocks. Green and going right here, right now. So now Memphis Ariel taking off over the 0-2 of Shannon Marr. Dylan Alasko runs 3rd. Jacob Burnett runs 4th. Chad Herring in the 1H was running 5th. Now he's going to run 6th as Rahi able to come up and make the pass, running there for 5th spot. Gaggle of cars there running back in the pack. There you've got the 133 of Dotson. Rowdy Chenard's in there. The 39 of Michaela Trimble. The 99T of Johnny Torres. All kind of action battling further back in the pack as the factory stock race rages on. Meanwhile, back up front, hot spot on the racetrack, the battle there for 3rd. That's the 41 of Alasko and the 01 of Jacob Burnett. That's the closest battle on the racetrack as we come within the top 3 as they come to complete lap number 13 on the board. 7 more laps to go. Further back in the pack, we got a good battle between the 28R of Rowdy Chenard and the 9 of Jesse Westfall. That's the first side-by-side battle there as they race behind Megan Dotson in that 133. That was lap number 15, coming up on lap number 16, making it 4 more laps to go. And the lead battle starting to heat up between the 30 of Memphis Viriel and the 02 Shannon Marr. Marr all over the backside of the 30 machine. They've gapped the rest of the field of Dylan Alasko running in the 41 in third. Meanwhile, as they come up, that'll complete lap number 17. 3 laps to go as they battle for the lead down in turn number 1. Oh, they get tangled up a little bit, but they keep it straight enough to keep racing. That might just be all that Memphis is going to need to keep the lead. This time by, coming up on 2 more laps to go. Now coming out of turn number 4, he's got smoke pouring out of that thing, but it looks like it's going to make it one more lap. White flag, 1 more lap to go. Somebody pops the tire down there in turn number 3 and 4. It's in the middle of the racetrack, but we stay green. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4, Memphis Virial is going to go back to victory lane here at Texana Raceway Park. Shannon Mara runs second. Dylan Alasko runs third. Jacob Burnett runs fourth. And Nathan Rahi rounds out the top 5 in car number 25. Here's your winner, number 30, Memphis Virial, or Villarreal. I don't roll my R's as good as Rodney does, so I'm going to set this right here. You know the drill. You get to come talk to me. Fix your hair. Don't forget, still one more race to go. The IMCA Modifieds will close out the main event. You can hold that for the pictures for Rachel. You let your dad hold it. Do whatever. Don't act like this is not your first time in victory lane over here. So let's talk about it, man. That got a little rough there going into turn number 1 a couple of times. This thing's smoking pretty bad behind you, but talk about your race overall.
Yeah, the car was good. This was a brand new car last weekend. A little bit same powers for race cars fabrication, but not as good as I like to be, but oh well, we got to take it when we get them.
So you're running dirt tonight. Are you running in Alabama next week?
Man, we're still got plans up in the air, so more than likely, yes, but hopefully we'll be on the asphalt next weekend.
All right, so we know it's early in the season, but you got people you got to thank. Who makes this thing go round and round for you?
Mav Motorsports, Sames Ford, Corpus Christi. Hector over there helps us out a lot. Powers Race Car Powers Race Car Fabrication, South Coast Golf Carts, Swinson Racing Shocks, and Advanced Racing Shocks.
All right, there's your winner, everybody, Memphis Villarreal.
Thank you.
All right, last race of the night coming up on the speedway right now. Here's how they're going to line up front on the pole. In the 741, that's the Robstown Rocket, Cameron Starry. Ryan Slott on the outside in car number 49. Robert Lisi Jr. there in the 77, inside of row number 2. Brandon Welker in the 44X on the outside. Inside of row number 3, the BD1, that's Jared Moppin. Outside of him in the 45, that's Brian Maychek. The 10 is Robert Walton, and the 73D is Jacob Horch. There they are, 8 cars, 20-lap main event here for your IMCA Modifieds. So lights out, getting ready to turn them loose here. As we said, last main event of the evening. And we're going green right here, right now. Oh, trouble there for Slot going down into turn number 1. Must have hit one of the bumps. Going down there into turn 1 and 2. Didn't affect the 741 of Cam. Cameron's keeping it rolling. Now a hot spot there, battle there for second between Welker in the 44X and Ryan Slot in the 49. Slot, new wrap on that car this week. Trouble coming out of turn number 4 for Slot. Almost dead in the water. Something in the right front broke. It's a tough break. Went from second down to the end of the pack. That opens up the door for the 44X of Brandon Welker. Don't count out Jared Moppin in the BD1. He's won a couple of feature races in that car. So fixed to be a three-way battle for the lead. That 44X on the outside, the white number 44X starting to catch up on the backside of Cameron Starry in that 741. Here comes on the bottom. Got Jared Moppin in the BD1. But here comes Welker coming to the backside. He gets close running in. Cam's got a good run coming off, so it equalizes on the front straightaway. That completed lap number 6, 14 more laps to go. Everybody seems to be fighting that big pothole down there in turn number 1. There you see Slot trying to go over it. Loosey-goosey, bouncy-bouncy. So now losing a little bit of ground, that BD1 of Jared Moppin. So the battle for the front continues to be, there it is, Welker finally to the back bumper, the 741 of Cameron Starr, able to make it stick this time. Cam's got a really good run coming off, but he can't shake Welker in that 44X behind him. Welker back to the top side, gonna get a run this time. Able to stay with Cam as they get into turn number 3. Welker to the top side, Cam to the bottom. Dead even coming through as they complete lap number 10, halfway home, 10 down, 10 to go here in your main event. Welker looking to the outside, trouble for the 73. The 73 of Jacob Horch spins down there in turn number 1 and 2, pointed directly towards the tire. Caution is out. So don't forget, next race here, the roundy round portion will be on the 29th, Friday the 29th, with the ASCS Elite Non-Wing Sprint cars here. That's going to be the 429. That's Friday night on the 29th, as they come through here with doing a doubleheader with Texana Raceway Park and the South Texas Race Ranch there in Corpus. That's the next race weekend here. But meanwhile, we go back to green here in Edna, Texas right now. So nice little rebound by Ryan Slott in the 49. He's coming to the inside of Welker in that 44X rather. They go 3 wide out of turn number 2. Welker to the top, Slott in the middle. Mopping in that BD1 on the bottom. Let's see how they shake it out going into turn number 3. Welker did not get a good lap in that time going into turn number 3. And Slott, what a power move to the outside of the 741. From trouble in turn 4 to a battle for the lead. Here comes Slott coming up on the outside. And he makes the power move to the top. Ryan Slott back to the lead. Coming up to complete lap number 14. 6 more laps to go. And Ryan Slott is now checked out over that battle, pulled within about a half a car length ahead of Cameron Starry and Jared Moppin in the 741 and the BD1. So Slott's definitely found the line that works for him, and he is checked out on a Saturday night. No battles really raging on right now within the top 10. Everybody running single file. Pretty much equal distance between each other. That time by lap number 16. 4 more laps to go. Your leader continues to be Ryan Slott in that 49. Hot spot, little bit battle for second almost. Between the 741 of Cameron Starr and the BD1 of Jared Moppin. That's the battle there for second as they're coming up on a caution. Trouble for Robert Walton in the 10 going down there in turn number 1, pointed towards the wall. Also, don't forget, coming up here in a couple of weeks, we also have the tractor pulls coming to Texana. Right down the front straightaway, got the truck and tractor pulls coming up. That's going to be the weekend of April 21st and 22nd. So check out all the information on the Facebook page for Texana Raceway Park. If you're not already a fan, go ahead and follow that and like that page. All kind of information about the upcoming racing events and special events we have here at Texana Raceway Park get posted all the time. Updates on weather and different stuff also posted online at the social media there with Facebook, with the Facebook page there for Texana Raceway Park. It looks like Walton's got it running down there. It looks like they're going to try to put him back down on the ground and see if he can keep it straight. As we don't forget, next race here will be Friday night, April the 29th. The ASCS Elite Non-Wing Sprint Cars will be making their appearance here at Texana Raceway Park as part of a doubleheader between here and the South Texas Race Ranch on Saturday night. That is a full point night for the Cars and Stars, the boys and girls at Texana Raceway Park. So that will be a full point night along with our friends at the ASCS Elite Non-Wing Sprint Cars. They're coming up Friday, April 29th. So lights are out. Here we go. Get ready to turn them loose. Ryan Slott, Cameron Starry, and Jared Moppin. That's your front three as we go back to green. So right now, Ryan Slott picking up where he left off, starting to take off in the rest of the field. He found a line that started to work, and he is making that thing. He's making money and making rain with that thing. Coming up to complete lap number 18. 2 more laps to go. There you see it. Actually make it 1 more lap to go. That indeed was the white flag lap. Coming up here to the checkers. Checker flags out. Ryan Slott wins. Cameron Starry second. Brandon Welker third. Jared Moppin in the BD1 rounds out the top 4 there in your IMCA Modifieds. And with that, that is the final race of the evening, minus a couple of interviews, a couple of high fives. But thank you, everybody, for coming out. Hope you enjoyed the race and action here tonight at Texana Raceway Park with the Southern United Sprint Cars. And all the other racing action we had, don't forget, Friday night, April the 29th, we'll be back in action. And there's your winner, Ryan Slott from the Slott Brothers Racing Team. You can hold that for the pictures. And the good news is you get to keep this. So tell me about it, man. What happened out of turn number 4 when this thing turned right and almost put in the wall down there?
Oh, I don't know. I got stuck in the fence down here on the takeoff. I don't really know what happened with that. I guess you just wanted to turn right even though I was there. Went down there. I thought I had something broke. I know I do, and I ended up stalling the car. Luckily, I was able to get it back started, and then it was basically just wheel the hell out of it and try to make it turn.
Yeah, it felt like you had the high line. There was definitely a bump in 1 and 2. Everybody seemed to be trying to ride the wave, but you looked like you were laying in front of it or laying on top of it, and that made this thing rock and roll.
Yeah, you just had to send it, really. If you went in there and you hit the ruts, there's really no telling what you're going to do. After I went to the back, everyone was kind of running like right at the bottom of the moisture. So I knew the only way I was going to pass them is going higher. And I think I was just the first one to find it. I don't know if they tucked in behind me or what, but I felt like I was pretty much gone after that.
So we know it's early in the season, but you got a lot of people to thank to help this thing go round and round.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Biggest thing is I got to help my girlfriend, Andrea. It's our 3-year anniversary, and she's spinning it out here at the dirt track pit crewing for me today. Got to thank First Class Septic, Slots Machine, Slot Brothers Racing, Rage Chassis, my mom, my dad, all the fans. Thank y'all for coming out.
All right, here's your winner in the IMCA Modifieds, Ryan Slott. All right, race fans, so on behalf of the staff and management team here at Texana Raceway Park, thank you guys for coming out to another exciting race in action. God bless, Godspeed. We'll see you back on April 29th.